Welcome back to Vlogtober. I just got some shoes delivered and I'm hoping they fit and look cute. They're a pair of shoes I bought from Amazon to be like either concert shoes, well, concert shoes, because that's all I think about is concert wear these days. So, okay, they're from Lifestride. Is it just me, or is Lifestride like a brand you bought shoes from when you were a kid in the 80s? No, that's Stride Right. That's not Lifestride. Okay, we're good. Okay, here's the box. Let's see. Oh my god, it just was open like that? Amazon's like, oh, this, here. Endless possibilities await. Ooh, comfort all day, every day. Tell your friends, tag us at Lifestride Shoe. Maybe I will. Who knows? I'm an influencer. All right, here we are. Oh my god. All right, I have to unbuckle them to get to see the full effect. Okay, here's one. It looks like a character shoe. Oh, don't drop it. It looks like a character shoe. If you've ever seen a character shoe, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you are like a musical theater, stage, dance, opera person, there is a shoe that you can wear and dance in and perform in called a character shoe, and it looks a lot like a character shoe, but it's not a character shoe. It's a Stride Right shoe, but I figured it'd be good for stage anyway. So is this essentially a character shoe? Maybe it is. Anyway, let's try them on and see how we like them. They look cute, and I have a big foot for like a small person. I'm like 5'1", 100 pounds, and my feet are like size 8 wide. What happened there? I don't know. Like, I thought, like at my size and proportion, you'd think like, oh my god, you have such cute dainty feet. They're not. They're like duck feet, like flippers. Like, these are some big feet. But you know what? I'm not gonna fall down. I'd always tease my friend Brenda about having tiny feet. She's like just this kind of the same size that I am, but her feet are like size 5, and I'm always like, how you walk on them hooves? We'd always just like make fun of each other for me having big feet and her having little feet. So like, all feet are lovely. Let's try this on. Speaking of feet, this foot content is not free. So I'm gonna try these on off frame. This is not only feet. Okay. They're cute and comfy. They're cute and comfy. I'll put the camera down. What do we think? Are they cute? They were only like $26. I think they're cute. It is giving character shoe, I'm not gonna lie, but they're super comfy. And there's room in here for me to like do that. Yeah. I kind of like these. Again, we can shuffle off to Buffalo in these shoes, or time step. If we're talking about, so sometimes if you had character shoes on, you could put taps on that. Then you have tap character shoes. That we won't do that here. But I mean, that would be kind of fun. I don't know, what do we think? I'm keeping them, no matter what you think. So it doesn't matter what you think, because I like them. And I think they'd be good for concert wear. They're not uncomfortable. They're cute. They're kind of conservative, but listen, my feet are problematic, okay? I love my feet. Love them. They get me to where I need to go. Listen, don't disparage the feet. However, I would be lying if I didn't say they were problematic. They're problematic queens. Sometimes they hurt. Arches have fallen. Things have changed. We're wide, we're flat. We're suffering. But I still have to look cute. So I think we're good. All right, that's a win. All right, again, off frame. This is not free. Free foot content. That's another channel. Since I don't want to drive my car this evening to rehearsal, I think that I'm going to take the bus. The bus, ironically, is pretty reliable. The trains aren't as reliable, but the buses seem to be more reliable. So, and it's like a straight shot to where I'm going without any turns or anything. So I think I will have to leave sooner than I usually do because Downbeat this evening is at 7 p.m. because it is concert week, and usually Downbeat is at 7:15. But we are doing 7 p.m. Downbeat. That means be in place, ready to sing. There's no warm-ups or anything. And we go until 10. I don't really know. Anyway, I'll have to let my husband know because I think he's going to pick me up from rehearsal since I'm not driving my car until tomorrow morning when we're driving it into the dealership to have it looked at. Say a prayer for me that it's not super expensive to get whatever is wrong with it repaired, because just vibes, you know. I don't really want it to cost a lot of money, but I feel like everything with my car costs a lot of money, and it's just a thing. Anyway, I'm going to finish uploading my video for today. I think it is it done? It's done exporting. Now I can upload, and then I can make the thumbnail, and that'll be done, and I'll be back. In Vlogtober, I haven't skipped that many days. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Very excited about Vlogmas. But I'm going to take a little bit of time and look over a couple of movements in the Monteverdi that your girl, we crash and burn. I thought I was doing good. And I was concentrating on other music for the chamber concert that I'm doing this weekend after the Monteverdi, and I had forgotten that maybe I should look over some parts in the Monteverdi. So I got to rehearsal last weekend. Thought I was I'm ready to go on this Laudat Jerusalem was the movement. Girl, when I tell you, I made so many mistakes, got lost in the piece. There was one point where everybody in my section stopped singing, and I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you that Maestro, the conductor, this guy, ear of a cat. If you are singing a wrong note, he knows it's you. He knows it's you. He knows when it was. So you raise your hand if you sang a wrong note because you acknowledge that you made a mistake. But the man, he's right there. And I'm so sorry. So I'm going to take 30 minutes and get myself right. And then hopefully I don't embarrass myself again during this movement. I think this is the only movement where I messed up like that. We'll see. Until then, I'll meet you on the bus. On the bus. Okay. Hello. Something just absolutely crawled on me. I don't know what it was, but I flipped out. Anyway, I'm in front of the church in Cambridge Common, and as you can see, it's dark now. It is almost 7 o'clock. What time is it? No, it's not even. The thing about taking the bus is I'm always super early because it's either you're early or you're almost on time, and I'd rather be early. Anyway, I'll show you my outfit of the day. Can you even see me? Outfit of the day. I don't know if any members of the orchestra are going to be here today. I think that's tomorrow. I'm not sure. It might just be piano today. But I could either stay out here for a couple more minutes and chill out because it's a beautiful evening. It feels like I'm inside. That's how nice it is. It feels like it's 75 degrees and there's no wind at all, no clouds. It's just perfect, beautiful. Or I can go in the church, but I'll probably just sit here for a few minutes. Or I can go into the bathroom and see what is crawled up my clothes. Okay, I made it to the bathroom. I don't think a bug crawled up my clothes. Well, I think maybe a bug did, but then I think there are some loose boning in my dress and in my bra, and I think that's what I was feeling. So yeah, good times. But let's go to rehearsal. Band is here today, so this should be really fun. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Hey, I'm in a church, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean I can't find things like this drawn on the wall. We got out of school early, gang Lang. It's like 9:20. So we're gonna be home before 10. Let's do it. Good morning from the Lexus dealership. I see the same guy every time I bring my car in here. I like this place. I mean, I don't like bringing my car in here because that means something's going on, but like, I like this place. Anyway, he told me that like, if it's a coolant issue, that could be bad, but it's fixable. But it's not cheap. So we're like, you know, kind of make peace with that. I got my little free dealership coffee. I don't know, like, whether they're gonna need to give me a loaner or whether I can stay here and like work it out. I do have like work to do, even though I am like taking time off my main channel. I still think about it. It's still like swirling around in my brain. And I've been reading a lot of the comments. I haven't really replied to any yet. And I'm kind of like emotional. Well, I'm like a very emotional person anyway. And I don't cry as much as I used to, like in my 20s and 30s. But I always feel better after I cry. I found 40s are kind of more for contemplating and less crying, but I think crying is a good thing. It just like gets things out, and I spent a lot of the day like just reading comments and like being really emotional, crying. Because I don't really talk about my dad a lot. I very much a daddy's girl. Like, he gave me this car. He was very much like a car guy, and was really like happy to have me inherit the car, take good care of it, and he loved like his life, and he was a really like good dude. I know a lot of people have like amazing parents, but like my father in particular, and like, you know, the rest of my family, they're okay. But like my dad was like a really good dude. Like, if you like talk about like good dudes, he was a really good dude. Like, at the memorial, there were so many people that came and said so many like beautiful things about him, because he taught so many people, so many young dentists, and like hygienists and nurses. People came from all over the country to talk about him, and to me, he was just like my dad, and we like had a bunch of like disagreements. But like, and like at the end of the story, he was like a super good dude, and I'm still like really sad that he's not around, like super sad. Because he was like the kind of person I would like share memes with, and we would laugh at all the same things. And so I think that like, even though 2 years has passed, over 2 years, it's really still up and down. Dementia is a terrible condition. Absolutely dreadful. So is cancer. It's a little heavy for this morning, I guess. I can't really capture a lot of video at rehearsal because I don't think that my colleagues would really appreciate my taking their rehearsal and posting it up on YouTube. Just it's not a finished product, but maybe the dress rehearsal we can do a little bit more filming and like getting it hyped up. I didn't say, but we're actually performing with a bunch of high school students. It's called the Boston Choral Festival, and they are singing some of the less complex movements of the multivariety, and it's going to be really fun. And they said, these high school students said, at the risk of sounding old, they said it's a 400-year-old bop. So that just tells you how cool multivariety is. See, snap. All right, people are probably like, who are you talking to in your little like cubicle? I'm gonna get my computer out and I'm gonna start some work, and I'm gonna have some of this coffee. Let me see how it tastes. Coffee taste test. Lexus dealership coffee taste test. It's coffee. I put some like cream in it. It's alright. No, it's good. It's a machine made it, so like it's not gonna be fantastic, but it's good. Alright, let's get on the workhorse, shall we? Also, I have to say, the music in here is taking me to like places I haven't been in a while, like 1984. You know, I was young in 84. I was a child, but like the vibes, it's giving Simon Garfunkel, America. It's taking me back to like 1984. It's a very specific year. You know the feeling of 1984? If you're old like me, you remember the feeling of 1984. It's like a feeling, okay? 85, things started to change around a little bit. 86 was totally different. Y'all remember 86? Like Chernobyl happened? Wasn't that wild? Wasn't that wild? When they were like on the news, they're like, we think something like radiation related happened in Chernobyl. They didn't know what was going on. Little did they know it was like the end of the world. I think that happened in 1986. I believe also in 1986, that was like the Challenger explosion. I mean, if you were a child of the 80s or alive then, you remember that. That does not escape you. You never forget about that. It's like 9/11. You always remember where you were. You remember what you were doing. I was at home alone. I was sick. I really don't think I was sick. I think I just didn't feel good. I was watching The Price is Right? Because I watched that when I was home. And I was mad that they interrupted The Price is Right for the Challenger launch. But I was like, I'm just gonna watch this, whatever. I guess there's a teacher on it. And I did not understand what I was watching. I thought surely there's some sort of failsafe, like there's parachutes. I thought surely they got like ejection seats or like something. I mean, in retrospect, what could they have done? But anyway, this soundtrack brought back all of those 80s feelings. I'm really gonna work now. hair looks a little crazy, but it's like drying because I wet it in the shower. But I am like addicted to shirred, or like shirred eggs or eggs en coquette. So I've said this a bunch of times, but crack a couple eggs into a ramekin lined with butter or ghee. I usually use ghee because it's already soft. Salt and pepper in there, a little bit of cream on top, not a lot, just a little bit, to like make a little cream layer, and then Parmesan cheese on top. Bake it in the oven. I like to have my yolks pretty done, like not so they're like super hard, but like jammy. And for me, that's like 25 minutes, possibly even 30 minutes. But like cook them however much you like them. I like my eggs just like, I like all of the albumin done. I don't like any of the white, like nasty, like, and it's so good. Most of all, I love to eat with a tiny spoon. There's something about a tiny spoon that is just like makes it all better. Tiny spoon for the win. And a few rashers, bacon on the side. Never a bad thing. Oh, update on the car. I didn't even tell you what's going on with the car. So apparently it's my water pump, which is better than a coolant issue and better than like what other thing he said where there was like water going into the engine or coolant going into the engine. I don't know, that sounded real bad. But my dude at the Lexus dealership, he's my guy. I always go to him. He's like my man, he takes care of me. He's like he's my bro. He's my dude. He's told me that it's probably either going to be done this afternoon, in which I will go get it, or I can go get it tomorrow morning. They gave me a loaner that's outside. It's real cute, by the way. She's cute. Actually, you gotta see her. She's real cute. Like, look at her. Is she not cute? It's cute, right? It's like orange. I kind of love it. It's really cute. Anyway, my guy knows that I'm driving the RX, which is my car, 2008. I'm driving it into the ground. So he's like, listen, we're going to take care of you. We're going to get you back on the road. So that's good because I have to carpool tomorrow to a rehearsal that's taking place in Melrose, because my neighbor, I didn't know, one of the tenors, he lives like on the next street. He's like, I seen you at the gas station. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, I live on this street. I'm like, I live on that other street. How have I never seen you? So anyway, we're gonna carpool tomorrow. And so hopefully it'll be all good. Fingers crossed. All right, I'm gonna finish my eggs now and I'll talk to you later. Hello. Okay, so we're chill. We put all of our stuff away. I had made an enormous mess both last night, this morning, yesterday before I left. So we cleaned it all up. That's the whole thing with like, I don't know. I think sometimes people don't think like I make a mess, and I do. Like when I get dressed for rehearsal, I kind of try on outfits and don't like them and throw them on the floor and kind of make a mess. And then when I get home, sometimes I'm too tired to clean it up, so it falls on the next day. And that is kind of the way I operate. I had to do all that stuff this morning before I was able to do that, so give yourself grace to do things in your own time. So after all that have settled down, I think I can relax for a little bit. I think it's almost 1 o'clock. Yes, it's almost 1 o'clock p.m., which is crazy because I feel like I've lived so many lives today and it's only been like morning and early afternoon. So we did the workout, we did the car thing. Hopefully the car will be ready this afternoon. Do I want to go down and pick it up if it's ready this afternoon? Probably. Because I just don't, as much as I love having a loaner, I don't like having a loaner because I feel like something's going to happen to the loaner. Like someone's either going to hit me or I don't know. And like, I don't want to put gas in the loaner. I don't want to drive it around. So I just drove it from the dealership here, which isn't very far. It's like, I don't know, 6 miles or something. So not far. So I'm just gonna chill a little bit and finish my latte and maybe play a few games or something. I haven't been able to play video games in a long time, and I'm sad. I miss them. One of my most exciting purchases though is I know that I've talked a lot about like getting over arachnophobia, because that was like a really important step for me. Is like one day I was just tired of being freaked out when I saw a spider. I was like sick of it. I'm like, how can this be helpful in my life? It's not. It's like they're everywhere. I'm gonna have to get the hell over it. So the great thing about phobias is that often they are irrational. So I kind of got into like jumping spider internet because jumping spiders are really cute. Is Clover coming in here? Jumping spiders are really cute, and it's like a gateway into like getting over arachnophobia because jumping spiders are just so cute. Like Lucas the spider, hello, cute. And jumping spiders are really friendly. I do have spiders in my home that I don't like, that I think have no sense of personal space, who like lower down into your face, and that is the like black-footed yellow sac spider. I don't know. Any of the spiders in this family, you're not welcome here. I'm so sorry. But every other spider, fine. So I have been learning about them in order to get past the arachnophobia. And spoiler alert, most spiders in the United States, North America, if you live in Australia, it's another story. I'm so sorry for you. But if you live in North America, most spiders that you will encounter are absolutely harmless. Maybe you're allergic to some of the venom. You might have a little bee sting reaction, but most of them are harmless and you don't need to worry about it. There are only 2 medically significant spiders, and there has not been a black widow related death in like such a long time. And recluse bites are you should take them seriously. You might want to go to the hospital, but most of the deal with recluse bites, brown recluse bites, I'm talking about Loxosceles reclusa, have to do with infection. So like not keeping the wound clean, all that. So and most spiders are hesitant to bite you. They don't want to envenomate you. That venom is not for you. It's for insects. It's for food. And venom is very valuable to spiders. Why would they want to waste venom on you, a big person that they're not going to eat, when they could use it on an insect that's potentially a meal? So they don't want to bite you. If they're calling on you and do bite you, they're maybe exploring, or maybe they got pinched against your arm, or if they're in a life-threatening situation or they feel like threatened in any way, yeah, they're going to bite you. But otherwise, they don't really care about you. It's kind of like the same with other people. Like, other people aren't really looking at you. Spiders don't really care about you. Now, that being said, I'm not at the point where like I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to pick one up with my hands all the time. I don't think so. I'm not. However, I respect them now, and I'm fascinated by them because I think they're really cool creatures, animals. They are animals. And I have been part of a few Facebook bug identification and spider identification groups. I do love bugs in general. I'm like a bug. I love animals, all of them. So like even the little ones. And so I have seen enough pictures of spiders being identified that I can now identify spiders we don't even have here. Now in Massachusetts, we don't have Loxosceles reclusa or brown recluse. They don't really tend to survive the winters here. So even if some end up here by like someone like moved a box or whatever and there was a brown recluse inside, they don't tend to thrive here. They just kind of, that's the end of it, which is weird. And so they're limited to certain parts of the United States. But if someone posts a picture and it's like, is this a brown recluse? I can identify it, even though I've never seen one in person. I know what they look like. And the thing I've learned is that some brown recluse spiders look like other spiders. Like brown recluse spiders look a lot like southern house spiders, which are harmless. And not that brown recluse are not harmless. They typically are kind of harmless, and like their name, reclusa, they don't really want anything to do with you. They're just like, they like to hide. But if they're hiding in your shoe and you put your shoe on, that's another issue. So, that being said, spiders are defensive, not aggressive. And I was so enamored by the whole world of these little animals that I bought a little guide. So it's thick, it's not a little guide. It has like pictures of like males and females and like distinguishing characteristics, all the Latin name and common names, where they're found, their like basic behavior, you know, what family they're in. And I guess spiders are separated into what's like guilds, and I think that's like mostly their like hunting behavior. So there's like ground hunting spiders that they don't make webs, they just hunt prey on the ground, kind of like wolf spiders. Then there's like orb weaving spiders, like the one living outside my home right now, who is named Charlotte. I love her. I'm watching her every night. She's big now. She's like this big. And they weave those like nice sheet webs that you associate with spiders. Then there's cob weaving spiders, or I guess space weavers, though they kind of weave these looks like random webs. And of which I think black widows are a part of that family. I think their name is, I'll remember it. Latrodectus. Latrodectus. I forget the name of the like specific black widow that you should probably not be bitten by, but there are lots of spiders in the Latrodectus family. I don't think you want to be bitten by any of them, actually. I think they're all kind of a no touchy kind of spider. But anyway, I think that this is extraordinarily interesting, and the world is much benefited by having these animals around. Otherwise, we are overrun by flying insects, which last night when I came home, 2 mosquitoes followed me inside. I am very attractive to mosquitoes for some reason. I don't know what it is. They followed me inside, bit me all up on my legs. I was so angry, and I was like, I wish you had flown into that web that Charlotte has built on our mailbox. Having her build the web on the mailbox is a tiny bit inconvenient, but I know she won't be there all winter. She's gonna probably lay eggs and then do a Charlotte's web and go on to the great beyond. But we're letting her stay there, and I observe her almost every evening. And she's absolutely stunning and beautiful and very afraid of me, which I find to be kind of upsetting, because I go out there and I'm like, oh my God. And I run in to get my camera, and I come out to take a good photo of her because I can't get a good photo with my iPhone. So I run out to get my camera, and by the time I run out to get my camera, she's like back in her little hidey hole. And I told my husband it's kind of like Michigan J. Frog, you know? Like every time I go out there, she's like, hello, my baby, hello, my darling. And I get my camera, and she's like, so like that is what I'm experiencing with her. She's really shy, but she's absolutely beautiful. I can tell she's gonna like lay her egg sac and just do a Charlotte's Web. What is the Charlotte's Web song? Mother Earth and Father Time. Crying tears. Like break your heart. Anyway. That is the original story that made me the slightest bit kind of understanding of these misunderstood creatures. But for an entire lifetime, I've been really upset by the appearance of spiders. And now I'm fascinated by them. And I'm delighted when I see them. So that's why I have this guide. So that when I'm out, like walking around, like if I'm going to like a park or something, there's a really great park over in the next town that I really want to go to and go spidering, which means just go looking for spiders. I can carry this and like identify them. It's even got a little, like little measuring page in the back, so you can see exactly how big a specimen you are looking at is if you want to get that close to it. So anyway, that is some animal nerdiness I will share with you. I know that like people are really freaked out by the appearance of spiders and like scared. Even like, I know that some of you even like saying that word out loud is really upsetting. And I think that exposure therapy is very powerful. And I think that joining one of those Facebook groups, if you can, like especially the bug identification group, is going to be really helpful for you, because you're going to see it on your page. And instead of being startled by it, which you will be at first, eventually you'll get used to it. They're just animals. They aren't out to get you. They're minding their own business like 99% of the time. And they're stopping you from being overrun by insects in your yard or area. And you should respect them. They're to be respected. You don't have to like them, but I think respect is important for all of the world. That was a lot. I'm very passionate about like animals, in saying that like I used to want to be a veterinarian. I think that like the world of us and our pets and other animals, and even like the little tiny microscopic animals that we cannot see with our naked eye, are so interesting and fascinating. I don't think it's a off the wall idea that extraterrestrial life exists outside of our galaxy. However, I believe that there is so much on our own planet that we have not seen, discovered, know about, that like, hey man, don't look in his yard. Look in your own yard. You got some pretty cool stuff in there. I'm gonna go. I keep trying to get ahead on vlogs, but I'm not succeeding. So maybe we'll just do a little like organize with me today. Because my office, hot mess. It's not, okay, listen. By normal people's standards, a typical person's standards, it's not a hot mess in here. It's pretty neat. There's nothing out or anything. But for me, that hot mess. Like, I'm talking about all the equipment. So I'm just gonna try and neaten that up today, and maybe we'll clean in some corners. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a lot of me just rambling. I will welcome you over here if you're coming over here from my main channel. I don't promote this channel very much because I kind of want it to be organically discovered. And so I was joking and calling it like the secret channel, but it's just my personal channel where it's like a video diary of how I'm doing, what's going on, and kind of just want to hang out. And I hope that you have fun here while I am noodling what to do on the main channel. Thank you so much for all your nice comments over there if you left them. I really appreciate it. I've been very touched. Again, a lot of crying. So I hope that you have had a good day. And if you haven't, I hope that I've made you feel a little better for the 20 or 30 so minutes in this vlog.